So, we are back, I hope. So, this is going to be, well, let's say, the second part of the third session. My internet connection happened to die. So, yeah, I hope that won't happen again. We have not did much. So, in the first part of that session, I set up a little base camp, not much, started a new clan, and yeah, well, I hope that won't be a serial thing. Sometimes my internet connection has those hiccups, so let's just hope it won't happen again, and let's have some jolly good fun there. So, where were we? Yeah, I was busy preparing hay. Straw, not straw. Hay was not the issue. Straw was the issue. So, let's see how that'll roll. All right, we got our first eel traps online, as it seems. Okay, let's configure them. I'm not sure if we couldn't configure them differently, but the method out of the tutorial somehow stuck with me. I really like it because it won't overburden the workforce of my dudes either, so they don't have to work that insanely much on one trap. I really like that. Alright, so we got that. Now let's think about where the cooking fire will be. And I wanted to build something for my chicken. Alright, so we're going to get close to there. Pretty far away from that spot, I know. Timothor, yeah. I really hope the connection will last. Sometimes I have this this kind of stuttery connection. Lasts for a day or two then it's gone, but it's really annoying for the time being. Didn't I plant out some bushes? Where did they go? I don't see them. Shouldn't there be something visible now? Well, a cluster of 6 berry bushes very close together will be noticeable, so that's fine. Let's gather stones in a larger scale around that area because I wanted to build my first housing area there. And let's see. I won't be able to build a chicken coop before I have an axe available because we gotta get rid of those trees there. Nothing will happen before we got rid of those pesky trees. So, gotta respect that. We unlocked gravel floor. Yeah, comes with all the stones, doesn't it? Dry stone fence. Seriously, where are those berry bushes? Did I just plant the fire on top of that? I'm concerned. So let's let's make sure the cooking fire is definitely not there. I'll put it right there to the mountain. This has a thought behind it, of course. So we can build now hay walls, wattle walls, and a straw door. We're getting somewhere. We can plant out grass and reed. Seems like reed really just requires work and nothing else. So I really want to try that out. Since it's the first day of summer, you know? And reeds are really useful. Wild Rage. Hi there. Happy to see you. So, yeah, we're out of hay, but that was to be expected. Let's clear some more grass into that direction because I want that as building space pretty soon. Therefore, it's a good thing. But where the heck is the axe? Hole. Clay. Forgot what you needed to unlock the stone axe, you know. Maybe I can find out by now. Was blocked a moment before. So for a stone hole, well, let's make 2 of these as well. really don't want to have an undersupply of tools. That sucks in my humble opinion. Okay. There we go. So let's check out if I can find how flax looks like actually. I have already identified oats, but I still struggle with how flax is looking like. Wow, there's a ton of berry bushes down there. So there's also only hay, whatever. Evening time to speed up. Really interesting game. Well, appreciate your kind words. Clanfolk is really something special. Gotta say, I do try out a lot of early access games. No underestimation here. This is really something big, believe me. These guys have a really good foundation behind that. There are really good automation processes already running, and the survival simulation is terrific. That's really the point that I love so much about Clanfolk already. It's like the fact you start to consider how things really worked way back when, you know? People needed to cut grass, not only to feed the animals, but to build stuff out of that. Heck, these guys even make clothing out of grass. There's a lot of things that just don't cross the mind of a modern person when you play this game, per se. But that's exactly the charm for me. What terrain settings did I choose? I went for... You see that somewhere? No. Or, yeah, you can see it there. I went for... Okay, that's not... can't see it there. I went for more lake, more mountain, more grassland, because I personally find these resources extremely valuable. Lake is a replenishable resource for food, and as you see there, reeds can also be utilized as a source for straw. And mountains, well, the more mountains, the more iron ore, so you don't need to trade that. And the other thing, grasslands, straw is a real power tool in the early game, and if you don't happen to have enough grasslands around you, that can really be bad. Another thing, talking about bad, you folks, hauling. How's the priorities there? So the kid loves hauling. Okay, kiddo, you gotta do that. Somebody has to. But I don't like the very low priorities here either. So, Catherine, you are going to get a priority something like that, because it's absolutely unacceptable that things are lying around too long. Especially food. Go shell. I wish you could use water to grow food faster like in real life. Yeah, that's true. Here you just... Well, the people water their fields, though. They do, you know? They do. So, need more bathrooms. We finally unlocked bathrooms. Huzzah. We unlocked a lot of things. Looks like the hole was the big breakthrough. Nice. So, we can now finally create stone axe. And twine. Twine is also extremely valuable and important, but I don't want to bother with that for now because we have other issues. We need a poop hole, or 2, or 3. So, let's see. The fun thing about these is that you are actually fertilizing the soil with that. So you might be thinking about to put them somewhere where you want to do agriculture. What I'm trying to figure out already. So since this is going to be my food storage, I'm going to use the mountain as a freezer. I'll be running the kitchen stuff and all most likely here, because here's the food supply, here's the lake. So I might figure that processing food in this area is logistically efficient. So where do we grow our crops then? That's the actual question. I think that's going to happen somewhere around here. So let's put them them down like there and there. Right in the middle there. Don't worry, I'll put walls around that later. Not now yet, though. I see it has so much a lot of crafting, plus you can build anything anywhere. Yeah, yeah. This I was so surprised about how well made this game is already in this version. There are a couple of bugs, pretty nasty ones too. Can't sugarcoat it, don't want to sugarcoat it. But, you know, show me one game that doesn't have bugs in the early access, and besides that, the worst ones are already addressed. Awesome. Love that. So, our meat rack is going to live in the vicinity of the campfire, so just like the serving basket. I want to start to centralize my storage of things here already. Let's make sure, yeah, fire radius is safe. Flax. That's how flax is looking like. Oof, that's hard to discern. Okay, no wonder that I always had trouble in discerning flax from the other stuff. Okay, nice. So let's stay slow for a moment. I have just set up the production of eel. I have just set up the production of storage facilities. Nice. We need straw and branches for that. Definitely things I don't have too many right now. I have jobs for more straw. I don't have jobs for more branches, so let's make sure we gather some branches. Branches, by the way, guys, are really important. Don't underestimate the importance of branches. If you don't have enough branches, your people will have trouble. Because it's basically your lighter. Yeah. Consider branches as your lighters. The first axe has been made. Wonderful. Now I can finally build structures. So, chicken. Let's start out with a chicken. My people can live under the open sky for a while longer. They won't die off of that. My chicken won't lay eggs though without a barn. So let's start with that. I think that's one of the best things to build first. So we need a wattle wall. I like to do that. I don't want to use straw because you need to process straw first. And let's see. Food here, agriculture here, barn here. Yep. Let's go for a decent size right away, because I don't want to have to expand later again. You know, that sucks. I really don't know what a decent size in this game actually is supposed to be, though, you know. I'm really still struggling with that part. So we put on a hay roof on top of that. And let's watch our guys go crazy. If you double click on the flax, you'll select all flax in the viewable area. Ooh, thanks, Timothy. That's actually a good tip. That helps a lot. When you found one vein, you can find where there's more. I feel like the flax is a little bit hard to spot. Yeah, I really wish for a little bit more clarity there. Yeah, now it's just multi-selecting the job and not the flax. Not cool. Where's some more flax? I want to try it out. Mostly because I want to know how common that stuff actually is, or how hard it is to get it. By the way, flax. Do I need a specific amount of flax? I need flax sheaf. Okay, processing that stuff is the right way to extract seeds. Great. Just wanted to make sure that. Aikichi, this game looks a lot like RimWorld. What do you think the game does better than RimWorld? The survival simulation is way less abstract than in RimWorld. In RimWorld, a lot of things are abstractions. You know, how to put it? Your people are in RimWorld. A lot of the processes are simplified. Yeah, that's a better wording. You know, you don't go into each detailed step of processing, whereas this game, uh, it doesn't avoid the details. Quite the opposite. It wants the details because your people are going to go deep in that survival simulation. That's really good because this game ain't got no combat. So you have to make it up. You have to have some challenge somewhere. So this game is featuring a lot harsher systems on fire, for example. Fire is maybe the best example. In RimWorld, people can put out fires by punching them. No joke. It is like that. They literally punch the fire. And in this game, you have to have a water jug. You have to have actively a source of water. Your people won't just be able to put out the water by standing there and punching it. Reminds me of gathering some clay. Don't worry, Tim Thor. I'm really happy that that we are trying to find out these things here. These streams are exactly meant for that. So now the grass thingies, since they don't get highlighted when you click them, the trick doesn't work. The wabbits though and foxes, you know, they open up a box like that. So I guess that's why the trick there works with these things and not with the other things. I think it was something like shift clicking that worked out too. Maybe we can shift click a thing. We shift click a bush? No. No, since we can't select them individually as with this pop-up box, the game handles them differently. Definitely a thing. Alrighty, so let's stay focused there. No fights, no raids, no. As far as I know, this is also never planned a feature for this one, so this is a major difference between RimWorld and this one. And I appreciate, you know? Sometimes peaceful gaming is awesome. I love RimWorld fights. Don't get me wrong, I really love how RimWorld tackles the fighting and all. But sometimes it's really cool to not have to worry about it. By the way, I need somebody a little bit more mining, repairing. Well, we should be getting the jobs done with the construction there. Charcoal kiln, alright. We have a little bit many jobs right now issued, so let's slow down for a moment. There we go. Our storage mediums are kicking in. And the real important things we have to figure out next are how to make things longer lasting. That's extremely important. Food has to be preserved. Cron 1K, welcome. Good to see you as well. So happy to have you folks here. It's a pleasure. So, let's see. We got the charcoal kiln unlocked. I don't want to overstress my people right now with too many jobs at once. I want to make sure that the stuff we've issued is going to get done. One of the things that you really got to take care of with this game, it's so easy to overwork your people with a too large planning. We've just unlocked the critter door. The critter door is extremely important. No critter door, no barn. We'll also put a fence behind that, so we'll have a really locked off area there, with one thing at a time. Oh, we got clay. I'm already digging out a pretty large amount, as you can see here. We're on 600 already. A little bit of an overkill, but I know that clay is a very, very important resource. And I was hoping that with this stockpile, we'd be able to get done with that topic for a while, you know. So we need more straw. Let's clear out some reeds. You need that stuff directly. There's nothing better. We're also out of branches. Here, for example, another a good example for the what's different between this game and RimWorld question. So building just one hut here is a insane resource fest. We're needing so many resources just to get that little building here going. In RimWorld, for example, I would have had a building done in less than 5 minutes. Here, it's not like that. Do you try to keep tasks under a certain number? Yes, yes. I really try to not go over significantly over 200 in the very early game. Later, it really depends on how many people you have. There is no fixed number, and sometimes your number is convoluted with jobs that are going to be done later. Best example is agriculture, where, for example, you quickly get a large number of tasks because you're just waiting for the seeds to pop up. So the thing here is you should check out how this is distributed. That's the most important thing. But yeah, as a rule of thumb, try to not go too hard over 200. Age of Empires. Age of Empires was awesome. I played Age of Empires 2 and 3 a lot. I didn't get into Age of Empires 4 that much because I'm not that much of an RTS geek. They have that implemented, yeah? That this is a thing? Great. So we're going to do our drinking somewhere else. I was already wondering if that's actually a thing or not. So let's put the drinking zone over there. Thanks, Wild Rage. I was already joking about that when I set it up. Exactly that. So. Alright. And here's another tip. Try to focus on one project at a time. Don't ever try to build several buildings at once in the early game. You'll just bring a lot of pain onto yourself. Because you really will not get anything done, basically. So I don't have... Oh yeah, I have the rock heap already. So rock heaps are extremely valuable storage stockpiles because, you know, those rocks, they tend to take up a lot of space. Oh, we need logs for that. Okay. Straw window. Yeah, right. Light for the barn. And we are going to clear out our first trees. So let's clear out these two guys there. Alright, we have a supply of 3 days of food. That's awesome. We're pretty well off so far. What sucks for our people there is that we don't have any roof above our head ourselves. It's a little bit ridiculous that we're building a house for the chicken first, but whatever, you know. The chicken first. So let's clear out the grass here. Got a first logs now available and used them directly, but we still have a couple of them left. So slowly our options are getting more and more sophisticated. And I want to do a quick shout out to all those who prefer German content. In my description box there is a link to the Twitch channel of my dear wife. She just started out recently and she's streaming German Clanfolk, among other things. She has a very similar taste of gaming and she builds a lot nicer than me. Her places are always gorgeous looking, and if you want to help her out, I would really love the gesture, even if you don't like German content that much. She really can use a helping hand to get started. Getting started in the internet is always the hardest part. All right, just wanted to drop that. So flute, we can create now flutes. Hell yeah, flutes are awesome. They make your people happy. Why aren't you sleeping in there temporarily too? That's a good question, actually. We could do that. People did that way back when a lot. So I like the idea. Right now it doesn't make any difference because we don't have any... we don't have that building here done. So, good point, thanks. Alright, so turns out that... Oh yeah, here, the bushes are slowly visible that I sowed out, that I have sown out. Wow. Alright, so, yeah. It's nice to have the idea early on how to sow out berry bushes, but it doesn't help you a lot. So how much straw we got? Not too much, but I'm clearing out more reeds. Yeah, so lakes are really powerful. Early game companions. Because they'll make you early... Whoa, we are actually overfishing this place. So... Let's see. 20 of 100%. Wow. I really thought that a lake of this size would be able to stem 2 eel traps, but look who was wrong. Okay, good to know. I don't watch tutorials of other people, but I do always play the developers' tutorials. And if I then still have trouble, I look up other people's information, yes. But usually I try to learn as much as possible all by myself, because I always feel like having the experience of doing all the mistakes that come with that is extremely valuable in being able to make a good tutorial. Because if I didn't stumble into the problems, how to put it, you easily underestimate the problems then. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. If you've made your own mistakes, you know what can go wrong, and then you can talk about it in a authentic way. If I just pick that information up by somebody else, this lowers the authenticity of my experience and my knowledge, so to say. Oh, it's hard to put into words, but I like to learn from my own experiences if possible. Dwarf Fortress, for example, is a game that doesn't work for me like that. I tried so many times to learn Dwarf Fortress like that. Never worked. I need to watch somebody's videos at that point, but I put that on the wait list until the Steam version is going to be released. Well, the thing is, other content creators have such a bias to have a certain style, and I have a personality weakness. I tend to copy other people's styles immediately. I watch it, I do it the same, and I hate it. I hate it. It really hampers my own ideas. It sounds crazy, but I really noticed that I'm a person. I'm easily influenced. You gotta know yourself, you know. Okay, so can we put up sleep zones for the animals now? Animal beds. Oh, let's check out the ideas tree. They must be somewhere. Branch barn door. Ah, we need twine for that. Okay. Seriously, where's the animal bed? Have I already unlocked it and I'm just blind? Could be also the case. This is a thing that I feel like the game still needs to do better. It tends to be a little bit convoluted. I would love a search bar. I would really, really love a search bar. So, oat grain, well, I can already bet what that's going to be. Flaxseed, cloth sewn, we need that twine. Oh. Storage zones, sleep mat. The sleep mat comes with twine. I think it all comes with twine. Let's start producing some twine. Let's have an auto supply of 20 of these for now. That should help. Oh, Cron1K, don't worry. When I'm streaming gameplay, I really appreciate any tips and tricks. Don't get me wrong there. It's just that I avoid other people's videos because I don't know, I'm extremely, like I said, extremely easily influential. So there's 7. Really liked the idea there to just settle in to the chicken place. So big unlocks, and oh yeah, we can now build sleep mats. Hell yeah. Definitely gonna go for that immediately, because that's just too much of an improvement of life. And there are so many things that we got to do. So charcoal kiln, also very important. But, well, place to sleep, also very important. So let's keep gathering branches. Guys, branches. Can make branches out of logs too, but for now I don't want to. So, let's see. Branch gate. Charcoal kiln is definitely something I'll need. Ah, yeah, here come the animal beds. Just like I thought. They are a... Okay. Weird. Looks like they were unlocked by building my first sleep mat. Sometimes I find it not that clear how it all is linked together, but that's okay. So I bet that's on the basic needs, no? Farming, maybe? Farming, yes. So we're going to put down a couple of animal beds in here. We only have 3 chicken now, but I don't mind. Alright, looks like my internet connection is still working out. Wonderful. Okay, so these things, they need a lot of straw. All in all, it's straw with straw with straw. So let's gather some more of that stuff. And it's clear that we have to replant some of that stuff. But I really like the reeds for a quick supply now. Already replanted a couple of those there. But I really want to gather them because I got them. Oh, oats. We should also do a big clear out here because, you know, there's oatmeal on the fields. It just doesn't know it yet. I have a lot of RimWorld playlists. Can I name those where I've been to the end? So I have complete playthroughs on Ice Sheet, Sea Ice. The Vikings playlist is a complete playthrough. And I think I'm forgetting one, but I can't remember which. Sorry. But these 3 are definitely ended successful endings. And there's also, yeah, a very long Genetic Rim playlist. That's the one. There I finished the Genetic Rim ending with the Aquatech Centipede, which counts as a playthrough in its own right. Good times. Alright, so let's build up that charcoal kiln because it's about time. So here we are using branches to create charcoal. The really interesting questions are always where do I want to put this up? So we have the barn here, we have the food processing here, we have the agriculture here, we said. So we are most likely going to live somewhere around here, I guess. So where are we going to work? Important question. So I think the whole work zone might be actually either here or here. Or maybe down here. Oh yeah, let's use that. I like this place there because it ain't that far away from my home place. So let's do only one charcoal kiln for now. I think I'll go and expand on these pretty soonish, but not yet. Just not yet. one simple bow. I want that always on a stockpile of one. I think one bow is really enough. We don't need more than those. And, oh, Kron, that's so nice of you to say. Any plans on Cyril gameplay today? Actually, I haven't. My plans today were Clanfolk, some Victorio, and some Rimworld for now. Okay, it's coming together. What's really grown and more important now is that I want to build up the actual house where my people will be living at. It's all nice that we have the chicken barn now completed, but let's think about a real building here. So, featuring... I got daub walls. Daub walls are cool. They have a low flammability. We can go for rock walls, but rock walls are really tough to build. They need a lot of stone. I mean... Nah. I think daub is a good a good thing in between for our living area. Let's do this. So on here, agriculture there, living room. Let's put the house down here. The thing about this game is the area where my people are going to live must be fairly large. So we are going to drop a bit of a wall here and there. Let's say we make a couple of rooms in there so the building isn't too stressed out. Let's see. Straw door, we can't do better yet. And a window. Okay, big project. Big project. But it's gonna be so important. Alright. Unlocked clear all. Oh, so good. Clear all is a great thing. Finally, we can just give a order to make things happen quickly. Alright, so charcoal, you need that always. Let's put that on auto supply, like 50 of that. Right now, I think one charcoal kiln is enough. Molten R is hi there, so happy to see you. So we have unlocked the ores. I bet I'll be running out of material left and right. And I have to be careful with the food. So let's see, is the lake well, looks like I'll better shut down the second eel trap too. Obviously I overdid it. So you know what? It's pretty cool though. We can move it. So we are going to move that. Probably one eel trap to this lake. And the third one, it's C, isn't it? Yeah. And third one to this place. This way I can avoid that problem. Good morning, Gusina Pulse. Using the translator. Happy to see. So awesome that translators exist these days. Alright, so let's see how many days we'll need to finish this building. So let's build a door here and there. Oh, wait a sec, I just like that. Looks better if these doors are parallel to each other, I think. Okay, then. Quick view and a coffee before work. Appreciate that, man. So, I can bring up my first kiln. Uses clay and charcoal to produce pottery and stuff. So, these things, well, always feel like charcoal and these kilns, they go well together. Oh yeah, and a very, very important job there is we need to... No, we don't need to gather mushrooms yet, or do we? Drying mushrooms, is that locked behind iron or locked behind... Whatever. So, a clothes zone, that's really important. We need that. So for the time being, this is my spot where I do my working. Let's do a nice little trick here as well. Let's use bottle wall 1 and 2. And then we can just put a roof over there. So these workplaces won't be under the rain if there's going to be rain, and there will be rain. Not using the flammable blocker, it's actually not that necessary. I mean, we have only one flammable area so far. These don't produce flammables. These, if it doesn't have a red circle, it doesn't produce a fire risk. And I've taken good care that all the stuff we're storing is out of reach. I'm going to use the flammable blockers, of course, later. It should work, at least, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, off to the long night. That's really bothering me a bit. That nighttime is just such a long waiting time where basically there's nothing happening. You get that 12 times speed overnight. The max the max speed increases there, but it doesn't feel enough. At night, I'm just looking at stuff and I'm bored. But that's okay. So, we don't have many storage furnitures as of yet. But I also don't want to stress out my peeps too much. This here, though, is pretty important. Because if it starts to rain, we'll be totally out of business real quickly. And that sucks in general. So, let's see. Are the eel traps already moved? No, they aren't. Let's put that on a high priority real quick, because I really don't want to wait on that. So, apart from that, dirt floor. Let's start drawing a couple of paths here and there. So, the age of clay is upon us. Awesome. So, let's put down the pathing here. Paths are really useful. Especially if you have areas like this eel trap here, which are fairly remote to the rest of your stuff. And as you see here, we're now on high duty. I won't be putting down any further jobs for a while now. The cool stuff about all that, though, is we are gathering resources like crazy, because all the stuff that's in the way of our path is going to be gathered, so I don't mind. It's a good thing happening. The problem right now is that we can't build anything without further clay gathering. The entire building down there is relying on clay, so, well, it's fine, though, I think. Now, let's quickly fetch ourselves a supply of 25 clay bricks at all times. Clay jugs, oh yeah. We can make those out of clay directly. Clay, clay, clay. More clay. Clay with clay. Clay, clay, and clay. Did you know that we need more clay? It's all clay. So we can now also plant out trees, which is terrific in its own right. And there goes the rain. Ha! Didn't I talk about that? So I got a little bit of straw left over, so we can work with that. 7 a.m. in the morning in Brazil. Oh, well, over here it's noon now. Exactly noon. 12. Exactly 12, yeah. Just a minute ago. Thanks for appreciating. It's always lovely to hear that. So, we are going to... Well, oh god, we're totally overtasked right now. Oh, okay. Let's wait for those things to be finished for now. The thing is, those paths are going to help the entirety of the clan, because we will be traveling much faster. And this is really, really worth it. Brick floor. And here comes the bloomery. Well, the bloomery is a fire belching thing. And we're going to put that down here. I'm kind of like rushing the bloomery out of a simple reason. I do know how many things in this game are locked behind iron. And my personal experience was you can't unlock iron too fast. There are so many cool things that you can acquire with iron. Like most ways of preserving food, or the best ways of preserving food from my own experiences, were locked behind iron. And therefore... Wow, we need 1,275 clay. Yikes! Quite the number. So let's place down a couple of extra jobs there. But altogether, I mean, we killed a lot of these jobs. And at the same time, the building jobs have reduced tremendously. There's still a lot of hauling jobs, of course, but, well, there's always something, I guess. Alright, our food supplies are 3 days. Let's see, fishing is here at 31%. And let's see if our eel traps are killing the ponds here or not. There we go. This is a relatively high logistical strain, but at the same time I feel like it's absolutely worth it. So here, some eels are going bad, but they get eaten before they ultimately go bad. Awesome. Mushroom racks are now easier to get, not locked behind iron. Awesome. Man, that's good. Yeah, iron was extremely important in the first attempt that I took. But I also think it's absolutely worth it, because the materials you need here, they aren't that hard to come by altogether. I mean, maybe it wasn't that smart for me to build with clay at the very first place, but well, we'll see about that. So the thresher requires the farming skill. So who's busy farming in my lot? Huh, the kiddos. There's a lot of there are too many jobs on the shoulders of the kiddos. So let's put that more on the back of Janet. There we go. Just want to make sure that the thresher gets used more often. We need that straw quite badly. Alright. It's coming together now. As you see here, they are already using the paths as they are there. And watch the speed difference of Janet there when she enters the path. It's insane. And it's just dirt. Dirt requires nothing except for a tool and work. That's why I like them so much. Because I really feel like they are worth it. You really get a lot of bang for your buck, I think. Alright, but if we finish to get that, if we manage to get that house going until the winter, and get our food and water supplies going, this should be no problem at all. So, what do we have here? Ah, yeah, water jugs. Transform ice jug into water jug. Very important. Alright. We basically can keep the clay job running here 24/7. Task list is growing smaller and smaller. That's good. I want to keep the clay gathering job alive, though. Yeah, and Janet is now doing the threshing business way more often. Did I re-roll the clansman? No, I'm no fan of re-rolling. I like to pick my people as they are, because I see that as a kind of a challenge. Also, I'm lazy. It's both. No, jokes aside, it's really like that. I really like to pick people as they come, because I feel like that's also how life works, you know? You don't decide how people are. You work with what you got. So, let's mine the mountains and fetch us some iron ore. I haven't unlocked double beds yet, I think. I think we have just the sleep mat. And as far as I remember, the good beds, they all come after after you have nails. Nails are a major step forward in your development. Once you have nails, you can nail it. New baby chicken. Awesome. Alright. Gotta keep the clay gathering running. That really keeps my industry right now alive. I really love this this little hotfix here to keep your workspaces alive even during rain. This doesn't really cost you that much resource, and as you can see here, I even have room for a 4th work spot there. Like that. Once those Scots discovered nails, there was no stop. Yeah. Oh man, I love this game already. And this is a very early access version. That's what's freaking me out the most in the positive way, you know? It's already amazing, but I gotta say this game feels like it had a lot of years of polish in it already. Alright, so iron ingots, TLDR, you cannot have too many iron ingots. And the end. Nothing more to say. So yeah, looks like the lake is recovering, and looks like a large lake really does only stomach one eel trap. Alright, so we have that building project now finally done, at about time. And we seem to have enough clay rockin' here to be happy with that. So we need branches and we need straw, so we are running a little bit low on branches. The task list is also not really growing smaller. Well, let's keep it like that, as long as we have a couple of branches. Or, well, we should gather up some branches. Good thing is that branch gathering is no very lengthy task. And it is required directly for our business here. So, is there any place where we ought to clear out the grass? Yes, there is. So, place down the clear grass order. This'll bring us new straw. Well, the Scottish people were quite a fascinating bunch, not gonna lie. Or are. Let's just say they have the better PR department than the English. That's one thing I can say for sure. Alrighty. Is there some branch gathering here possible too? Hell yeah. I mean, sure, I could just clear all, but I'm not doing this because I don't want to convolute my my task list right now. And I always think having a cool national instrument always makes the job easier, and the Scotsmen, they really nailed it. Bagpipes are absolutely characteristic, and I don't know. Some people hate them, I know, but what's the opinion of a couple of barbarians? Jokes aside, I really love bagpipes, and I really find them a real cool musical instrument. Very unique, also. But it also says a lot about the Scottish people in general, you know? The bagpipe itself. It's a flute, which you press as much air through as you possibly can muster. What does that tell about these people? They like to party hard, I guess. I don't know. Just making things here up to entertain you, of course. Yeah, well, the rabbit hole here is a this one is a collateral damage, I think. Alrighty, so where will we go next? The most important thing that I want to focus for now is the building of this. And on the side, I want to produce myself some iron ingots. Oh, I already have the iron ingots. Ah, yeah. So then, of course, the timbery. Yes, yes, yes. Timbery. Does the timbery work under the rain too? I think if it doesn't, the description tells me. Oh, I can put it down if necessary. Yeah, let's do this. Oh yeah, and sacks. Can I build sacks? Oh no, I'm not going to build any sacks as long as my straw is needed somewhere else. Alright. So we're, the task list is finally getting a little bit lower. The whole ordeal with the paths is like, I feel like, yeah, you are spending a lot of time in the very early stages of the game for building that, but on the other hand, I feel like it's one of those investments that's actually saving your time later, and therefore, it's worth it, I think. So we need more iron ore. Let's dig that out. Really important to have a steady supply of these materials. Right now, everything here is a little bit too distributed, but we're getting there. 100% worth it. See you agreeing with me. Yeah, the speed bonus is so high, and it ain't that much work. It ain't that much work. And you are clearing area out, which is something you'll be doing anyways. You want to do that. And you're gathering the material alongside of the paths. Not as focused as you would, but that's okay. Alrighty, so let's see. I'm not sure if how this building will be used in the longer periods of time. I already have I have the idea in mind that this will be our living house for starters. But later, I'll be transforming that into a workshop and build a real fancy living house. And then we'll either use that for guests or... yeah, you get the idea. So, one snare kit. Well, we could trap rabbits with that. But for now... Ed, hey there. Thanks a lot. Appreciate your gesture. AC/DC song. It's a long way to the top. Implemented bagpipes with it. Is that so? I didn't know that. I mean, AC/DC is also... I mean, I love the band, but I wasn't around when they were fresh. You know? I was still in... I wasn't even in planning. Alright, here goes the smithy. That's the last thing I think I'll do progression-wise before I'll be stopping to progress. So, also the last fire belcher. We're going to need, what, how many bricks for that? 50, okay. I think the ground supply should be then 50, eh? Let's do this. So, cheers to Australia, by the way. I have a very fond feeling towards Australian people, mostly because in my childhood I had a very good time with a exchange student from Australia. I basically learned English from that guy, and you know, what stuck with me was also a kind of sympathy for Australian people in general. So let's build down a path here too, because we seem to work a lot there. And one path towards the house. Organizing. Well, I love music too, Wild Rage. It's a very, very important part for my life in general. Life would not be the same without music. So, we are a little bit running low on hay. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. So, where can we raise some more? I really want to start planting out that stuff somewhere later down the road, but not yet. I'll be clearing some grass there. We're still above 150 jobs, sadly. Sucks. Alright, I just issued a lot of extra new jobs there. The pathing doesn't get done by all by its own, on its own. Well, talking. Soundtrack of the game is really sweet too. So, yeah, alright, clearing out stumps is also producing wood. I always wanted to know that. I always missed the moment when that happened. Alright. So, let's see. As much as I want to plant out reeds, I won't. Alright. Have a good one, Ed. I totally understand. Putting kids to bed is very, very important. Yeah, Wild Rage, I can only recommend. It's early access. It's only version 0.2 something, and I just can't put it down, and I love to play the game. It's always a very, very good sign if a early access version is just keeping you captivated and you want to game on, you know? Very good sign. So yeah, the lakes are not dying anymore. Awesome. Alright, so you guys get that house done, you lazy slobs. Well, okay. I'm not fair with them. But altogether, things are working out quite nicely. Oh, we are out of clay again. Let's do that. Alright, so another knight we have to kill. So tell you what, guys, I'm going to use that moment, because I know the game slows down, to fetch myself a new cup of tea and see the bathroom. I'll be right back. I knew it. I didn't miss anything. Alrighty, so let's go. I love it how Ed keeps talking bad about himself and being quite the most generous donator around here in town. Always the decent people, not thinking well about them. Alrighty, we need more branches. We need more branches. Oh. Yeah, well. That's a ton of jobs again, sadly. But it doesn't help, we need that. It doesn't help, we just need that. But I see light at the end of the tunnel, so to say. We are running out of hay again. So we are going to clear out some grass here too. And that's how my task list keeps big like that. Or stays big like that. We ran out of iron ore, but that's for me just fine right now. I don't care. Oh, we need iron ingots for the smithy. Okay. Then I do care. I thought we'd need no iron ore for that, but if that's the case, we have to do, of course. Alright, we're 7 days in, and our home is coming along quite nicely. So let's think about what kind of roof will we put up there. Stone roof would be insanely cool, but it would require also insane amounts of stone, so that's a no-no. We're just going to require straw until the very end of our life, that's all. Nothing special here. So this is one of the moments where, for example, my task list is stupidly high, and it's not really representative because I'm actually going to wait a long time until I have all that hay finished for that roof. These sleeping spots, they aren't necessary here anymore. And this'll take us quite some time until we have those materials together. And we get baby chicken after baby chicken. Awesome. So, let's see. We can slaughter a couple of them soon. But I'll leave them for now. Yeah, man, I can totally relate. Working these days with these temperatures is a nightmare. I hope you are going to get that day over real soon, man. Stay strong, drink a lot, and don't take the work too serious at days like these, seriously. Health first. So we're going to get an insane number of logs out of this thing here. That's the good news about that. Because we're clearing out a small grove here in terms of getting that, out there. Alrighty. Clay. And the smithy has been finished. Awesome. So let's start with iron axes. Like seriously, that's one thing I totally want to have. Nails are always a welcome thing, but right now it's pretty clear that we can't really use the extra workforce here. We could probably also require the sickle, because we're also happening to do a lot of grass cutting, but one thing at a time. Unlocked. Milk. Yum. So, well, our food stockpiles shouldn't be in the rain. Oh, our cooking fire shouldn't be in the rain either. That's a problem. Well, we're going to fix these issues quite soon. And here, our thresher is able to work on through because of that nice little roof contraption that I built up there. The thing with the cooking fire, though, is a little bit more complicated because you don't want to have fire in the vicinity. So I'd be needing something like a rock wall without any flammability. And then we'd be... Oh, let's use that. Why not? Let's put up a rock roof. I wonder if that's already enough. I really want to try that out. I mean, obviously not today, because the day is ending. Okay, 0 days worth of food. If you dare say so. Then we are going to gather us some berries tomorrow. And let's put these jobs on a very high priority because, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, this should eliminate the problem. As long as you put a flame blocker around the fire. Well, I'm not going to put that thing into any house right now because we don't have any roofed area, and here I have no space where I could put down a cooking fire. Just won't work. But I want to try if that's a little bit of a life hack there. Alrighty. Just reminded me that I should have some berries available as well in my diet, and not only rely on the eel. Okay. Hey, Factless, hi there. Welcome. So happy to see you. So we do have quite a lot of logs, so how about a storage for those? Plank stack? No. That's not what I'm looking for here. Log pile. Let's put one down here. I really gotta bring the task list a little bit lower here. So I'm really curious to see how that will work out the next time it does rain. And let's see. Don't have any of these yet in my inventory, but the iron ingots for that are in the making. Because right now I do realize one thing. What does eat up the most time is the chopping of trees. Tree chopping really does take up the majority of our time right now. If it weren't for the tree chopping, we would be already a lot further down the road with that building. Good thing that we get the straw production rolling like that, but I also seem to need more hay again. Damn. Grass in this game, I tells ya. Grass. Such a sick important resource. I keep being surprised about that. So we got a lot of baby chicken there. So We could eat them. Smoked meat went bad. Oh, they finally cleared out that thing here. Oh, awesome. So all of a sudden our jobs are not that many anymore. Oh, look at those reeds. I really should... yeah, okay. No more questions. Planting out reeds and harvesting them is extremely powerful. Because you only need to invest 4 units of work time and you get fresh, useful straw out of that. I should really use all the shorelines. Always. There's no reason not to. Today I learned. So let's put that down. Because it doesn't need any seeds. It's amazing. So lakes are altogether really amazing. That's one thing I really do realize by now. Lakes are extremely amazing. They give your people so many ways of sustaining themselves. It's pretty awesome. So let's clear those and harvest more afterwards. And sow out more afterwards. Of course, this is now a large list, but yeah. Avoid the void. Hi there. Happy to see you. Okay, day 8 of summer. So we're going to spend the rest of the autumn then to settle on in and gather up supplies for the winter, stock out at the house for the winter, and let's see. Don't think this is the best preparation, but I think I have also prepared myself worse. Alright, we got also a nice stockpile of these materials, but the food situation is really bothering me a bit. So, I just realized I just put up a second thresher. This is such an important work that I feel like we really can use more of that. And as soon as this house down there is finished, I really want to put up the guests. I was merely not doing that because I didn't feel like I was already bringing enough hospitality for that. So we got 1 iron axe. I'd say we put these on a supply of 1 for now. And let's use 1 sickle. The sickle. Let's see. Oh gosh, it's night again. Yeah, I gotta say, night is a really is really anticlimactic and quite the fun killer. So the sickle will require 10 ingots. And I'm also not quite sure if I like the ratio between required iron ore, iron ingots, and the output of a mining op. I don't know, I feel like I get not enough ore out of my mining. I feel like I would love to have a little bit more ore out of each mining process. Don't know if that's just me or what. But I really do feel like that's a thing. Alrighty, so we have a lot of chicken going on, which is great. And yeah, I'd say, oh well, not yet. I always want to craft some sack, but I don't feel like doing it, mostly because I always keep seeing that we need straw everywhere else, and then I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's just do that later. Alright. Let's replant the reeds. I had no clue how amazing reeds are. We're low on food, it says. Alright. So let's do a thing. hunt some rabbits. No, we're just going to gather some berries for now. But I also feel like it's now a good time to start hunting rabbits. So, to bring rabbits properly into good use, we need Hydrax. Otherwise, it's really not that good. And then we'll just hunt one. Casual and fun, we are learning, is just... yeah. It's always the thing I like to do. A hide shelf. So, well, I'll put that hide shelf down here for now. Oh, I think these don't work in the when they are wet either. So we'll move them over there. Alright, yeah, so I don't know if the second pressure will be used that much, but I do know that it's not that much of a big deal to make that. So cooked meat, let's make a supply of 20 of these. For now, cooked meat is more interesting than anything else, but that'll change quite soon when we got the option to smoke the meat. By the way, smoking meat, we are going to... Did I put up the iron sickle already? Awesome. So we'll need more ore. Some more ore. There we go. So what's on the task list that much? Ah, yeah. Planting out all the reeds. It's quite a big job, but it's worth it. Because it's basically a good option for us to replace the entire planting of hay on untilled soil. But I really want to make a couple of nails, because I know that'll unlock a lot of things. Okay, so... house is slowly getting done here. And another baby chicken. I'm waiting for them to grow up and then I'm going to slaughter them because, you know, it's a nice way of growing your own meat without having to spend anything for it for real. I like that. Because those chicken, they don't eat anything you'd be spending money for. Oh boy, it's dark in there. Got a window, huh? So... yeah, but it's mostly me lacking straw here. It's delaying the building so much. Alrighty, there we go. And here go the innovations that come with nails. We nailed it, so to say. So with nails, you can build wood walls, you can build wood roofs, you can build wood floors, but most importantly, if I'm not mistaken, we are able to build the meat smoker. Oh, crud. So dumb. Okay, whatever. Let's not ponder over that, and let's just keep the smoker in there. I really thought I'd need more other things. Okay. It's ingots, not nails. So, workbench is just an upgrade of the work zone. Just a bigger and better work zone, so to say. And we're going to put the meat smoker down there. Chickies need beds? No, no, they'll get eaten. The beds are just the right amount. I'm planning to expand that thing here as soon as I have moved the sleep mats out, but that hasn't happened yet. Hey, we're down at 116 jobs. Wow, amazing. I bet that's because we don't have any straw. So yeah, the hide rack ain't working in the wet. I mean, it does make sense. So let's put that down here. And the meat smoker needs ingot, so let's carve that out and put that thing on a high priority. Important, really important. Because with that, we are able to start preserving our food. And that's the first preparation that we can take for winter. So let's do another thing while we're at it. Let's start to mine that out a bit. Let's start it small. And there goes night again. What I personally find worst about this transition into night is that you have to wait until the very last clansman or woman has found herself to bed, and then only then the time is snapping over to 12 times. This is something I feel like this I really hope that this will get changed in the future. So, here. I want to create myself some clay jugs. Let's make half a dozen of those to begin with. And day 10. And yes, this is not enough. Alright, let's continue the experiment. I really want to know how much roof is actually necessary to get the job done. Good thing about... oh no, it says only a roof span of 2. Okay. So we'll have to put up a roof wall. Why can't I put a roof wall... a rock wall there? Alright. Then it'll be like that. Fine, then I'll wait until the wall is done. Hey, and we found a deposit of iron ore in there. Now, that's a nice thing to discover. So, my dear folks, this is of utmost importance. You might not think about it like that, but I do. There we go. So that's nice because we're now getting a good stockpile in of iron ore. So that'll take a while until this is grown out. Okay, we're slaughtering 2 of these. Don't go on me like that, like it was a mistake. That was totally planned. Alright, let's see if this type of roof will... will work as a rain shelter. Because it's way harder to provide entire rooms for certain things than it is to provide small roofs and stuff like that here. Okay, then. And when is the meat smoker going to be done? Nobody knows. Okay. Another baby chicken! That's why I started slaughtering these, you know. Alright. Ah, finally the meat smoker is going to get done. Alright. This house needs so damn much straw. I think that's been a mistake of mine. I built too large here. I think I clearly built too large here. Alright, finally, smoked meat. So, smoked meat ain't that long-lasting, but that's okay. So, let's see. Cooked meat? Where's the smoked meat in the hierarchy? Here. So, what do I need to make mushrooms longer lasting? What do I need to dry mushrooms? So, these things... Oh, I skipped a lot here, huh? Ah, yeah, the whole clothing thing. Compost, grain pallet, grave, yeah, of course. Mushroom. And a mushroom rack. I don't have enough mushrooms yet. I think the whole problem is that I haven't collected enough mushrooms yet. So let's see if we can do that. The thing about dried mushrooms is that they basically don't go old. And that's what's making them so powerful. Unlocked mushroom rack. So... dries mushrooms to preserve them. Ah, this ain't a, okay. So, this ain't working if it's too cold, and it ain't working if it's not, if it's, wet. So, let's put these up there. Then, we're going to put up a wall torch. As soon as I find it, that is. Go. And a door. Do we make a wooden door? Yeah, let's do this. This is going to be my freezer after all. Oh, Timothor, thanks for the reminder about the stumps. You're right, you're right. I forgot about that, somebody told me. And, well, Cron 1K, I'm quite surprised myself. But I'm still not happy with this here. We'll have to work out on that. But it's mostly the lack of straw. Okay. Put a high priority on the mushroom racks too, because they are important. And then let's just hope we're going to get there soon. And, very fun part that my freezer is also my iron mine. The thing here is, inside the mountain, it's always cooler than outside. Okay. Stuff's coming together nicely, isn't it? And now we finally are at the nighttime. I really don't like that. Gotta say, this is most likely bothering me the most so far. So, I want cooked meat on a rather low priority. And I want smoked meat. Smoked meat is the real deal, okay? Smoke that meat. Cook only a small portion, my friends. That torch is also important to me. Alrighty. Ah, it's raining again. But now, the campfire... So it seems to me as if the entire fire area must be covered with a roof. So it can work out while it's raining. Okay. Remember that. Okay, then. Yeah. The hayseed is going bad. Yeah, a couple of things I'm really not doing well here so far, gotta say. So you folks, what are you doing? Falling a bit? Okay. Wall torch is done. It's really something that I will do the next time, way earlier, to put up a nice roofing around my cooking spot. Unlocked dried mushrooms. Hell yeah. So, stockpile endless. Seriously, why should I ever stop doing that? Is there a reason to? No? Good. What are you guys all doing today? Keep running around and not do much, as it seems. Ah, they are. Ah, no, I'm wrong. They are harvesting the entire field over there, and that just takes its time. You know what, honestly. It's warm outside. Alright, so let's see. Outside, inside temperature is different. So now we're going to put these things in there, but we really gotta be careful that we don't put anything inside the vicinity of the fire. So the mushroom gone bad. And now I finally got the environment that I wanted to. And once it's going to be cold in the mountain once, we can preserve that later with water jugs and stuff. But most importantly, we have now a storage for food that ain't going to be influenced by the elements. Linkar Takahashi, hello there, and have a wonderful day too. Thanks for stopping by. Alrighty, so I won't be bothering my peeps now with too many other jobs. I've already done way more than I should. Let's see. The only thing that I really want to do, though, is I want to have my preserved foods in there. So that's pretty much all that I want to do. There's a dead bunny. So yeah, mushroom picking, of course, is something that we're going to go crazy with now. Since I have now the necessary tools. Because we have to put up a stockpile for the winter, you know. Okay. Yep, you have that slightly lower temperature inside the mountain. Right now it doesn't do much, but later in the winter we're going to place down, or after the winter I'm going to place down... What happened here? Why are they looking so crappy? I'll place down some frozen water in there, and that'll keep the room cold. Seriously, what's happening with those animal beds? Why are they looking like poop? Ah, because there is legit chicken poop in there. I see. That's what's what's producing the stink. I need a couple of things anyway, so let's see. Farming. Can't we build a compost by now? What am I missing for that? Pretty sure. Let's see. Compost. Sacks. Ah, yeah, of course. The sacks. The sacks I'm not touching because I'm still wanting to finish the roof of my house first. Priorities. Oh no, it's night again. So, fall is closing on in on us. And we're gathering bajillions of mushrooms now. I hope we'll be able to process that many on 2 mushroom racks, but we'll see about that. If not, I'll be just putting up more of these. There are a lot of things that I don't know about yet, but we'll find out. Now then, we only have 1 day worth of food in our stockpiles. That's not good. I really planned this too big, I think. So he's crafting, cooking, farming. Farming? What you're up to? Ah. Crafting more straw for us, I think. So the animal beds need to be restocked with straw from time to time, I see. The more you know. I had no clue, to be fair. Alright, so... picking mushrooms for our survival. Berry gathering will fall into the same category. Gotta do these things while we still can, you know. But today we're also making quite nice progress on our building. First time since a while. So these mushroom racks, I dare say, they'll get top-notch priority here. So, is there anybody else in my ranks who's good at farming? So, dear Catherine, oh, here we go. I hope this will be an option for us. I really do hope so. There we go. That's what I've been talking about. I need 2 people doing the whole threshing business the whole time, you know? Otherwise it won't work. And you see here around the poop hole, there's a lot of grass growing. It's because of the fertilizing effects of the business. Alrighty. So, I think we can easily set up at least one more of these. These happen to be quite important for us. And yeah, well, under no circumstances do I want to risk that we're going to have any mushrooms going bad, you know. Cool. We're getting along there. And at the same time, we're gathering stupendous amounts of food there. And another new baby chicken. I mean, the baby chicken right now, they are not doing much for me, but when the winter is closing on in on us, we are going to use the extra food supply there. With quite some thankfulness. But at the same time, the chicken around here, they are eating the grass around here. Most of the grass around this place is low because of the chicken. Because they are eating all the hay. As far as I understand things. Did you stop smoked meat? I don't produce any meat right now. I didn't stop it yet. But I should actually stop cooked meat altogether. Because that's actually just an inferior processing there. Now that I think more closely about it. Thanks for the nudge, even if it wasn't your intention in the first place. But we might just hunt ourselves some rabbits, yeah? No, that chicken is also running around there in the grass. Here's a chicken. Ah, chicken. Bunny, I must say. So, bunny, high important. Let's see if we can hunt that. Alrighty, but we getting there. Now I'm out of hay and not out of straw. And our task list is also conveniently low. This means we are finally getting there. Awesome. So the next thing that I want to make sure is that we are filling those stockpiles. So let's see. Ah, yeah, of course, it's nighttime again. Alright. So 1 or 2 more days and we have the house done. Then I hope we'll have enough time left to secure our survival here. So, but we are converting the mushrooms real well. That's good. Let's just keep picking those guys here all over the place. Alrighty. And another real important thing there is we need another packet of clay. another packet of clay jugs, and a jug pallet. Let's plot that down for now here. And another one. Nah, well, not another one yet. Not another one yet. Okay. Let's see what we'll get done today. So 5 days of food worth in the storage there. The big advantage of dried mushrooms is that they have. Let's see. Must find it somewhere. Well, whatever. I can't really click it there, but if stored correctly, yeah, here dried mushrooms have no depletion on their quality. They never go bad, and that's a real powerful thing. There aren't too many food items so far that are working out like that. And that's why I like them so much. Alright. And let's start slaughtering a couple of them extra. I hope that this work will get done accordingly. Let's put a high priority on the butcher block and a high priority on the meat smoker as well. And you know what? I don't think that there's any reason to stop that at all for now. We can do that later differently, but for now I really don't see any good reason not to smoke all the meat, you know. We are, after all, trying to put up stockpiles now. Stockpiles for survival. But I must say we aren't on the worst spot so far. We have pretty much the most basic things are down. We now need only a larger stockpile of food, and I need to finish that building. But, you know, we have still 7 days of autumn time left, so I'm really confident that I have at least a fair chance to screw it all up. So there we go. I just underestimated how damn much straw we'll need to roof all that stuff there. But on the other hand, this will be large enough to support a lot of different things there. But first we gotta get there, eh? Okay. Six days worth of food. So altogether we seem to bring up right now more food than we spend. That's always a good ratio. They will need warm clothes. I know. That's why I also start hunting animals at this point more and more, because that's the way. And we are going to invest all the straw afterwards. Oh, never mind. I already have one of these. All the straw after this building will be spent for clothing. I'm merely waiting for that. Is there any benefit for people to have individual rooms? Their satisfaction, yes. Mad Doggy. The thing is, your people have this mood rating here, and there's a lot of things. I think I haven't tried it out yet, but I wouldn't be too surprised if a own room would be beneficial for their mood. But beyond that, I don't see any bigger advantage. Oh gosh, the hayseed is going bad. But that's okay. Doesn't really matter that much. It's chicken food, but I messed up on that. Next time I'll do that better. Or, let's see. Isn't there something like a grain pallet? I'd be needing a sack for that. Okay, so fine. Craft a sack. Or 5. Seems to be very important, so... And the building's almost done. Finally. Alright, so, we got smoked meat. Smoked meat is going bad quicker. It's not lasting indefinitely long, like the, smoked mushrooms. Or, dried mushrooms, not smoked mushrooms. So, there's a fox. Can we eat a fox? Let's try that. Repopulation, or wife and husband. You can't repopulate. There is the option to pick up other people from different clans. We're going to go for that as well as soon. And there's basically other people from other clans come to live at your place, and then they marry your other people, and so on and so forth, you know? Don't think that this needs more explanation then. So, we unlocked a bajillion of new things, I know that, thank you. But what's been most important for me was the grain pallet. Storage. Grain pallet. Stores grain. So, let's put that down here. Don't have enough straw for it, as usual. Always the same old, but we at least have some hay here, and we have some more resource available. Yeah. So I think at day 5 will be good. And we have now 7 days worth of food. Awesome. And, well, okay, that's dried mushrooms, and that's that. Right. Nice. It's working on out. And, let's see, can we put this on auto haul? No, we can't. Okay. Yep, the double bed is necessary for that. Okay. So, that'll take a while. I found that reeds are excellent roofing. Yeah, reeds are awesome. Reeds are purely growing straw, which you don't need to, take care of. Don't need to process it. That's what I'm looking for. It's outright awesome. Okay, so my dear folks, I am going to take a tad bit of a break because I really need one. And I'll be continuing this stream, of course, at the soonest possible notice. Drop me your comments down below, leave me a thumbs up, or consider subscribing, and check out my description box. I've reworked my Patreon, and I'd really love you guys to check it out. There's a lot of new things coming up there. Mainly you guys getting the ability to decide what kind of content I'll do in the future if you support this. And talking about support, there's also the option to do donations, and I'd be deeply appreciating if you did so. And I thank you so much for all the time you guys spent there and the awesome company that you were so far. Have a nice one, and see you soon. Take care.